Have you ever wondered if there's a price to pay for being too nice? It's a question that might puzzle you, but let's delve into it. We're often told to be kind, to be agreeable, to be nice. But what happens when we take these virtues to the extreme? We might find ourselves being taken advantage of, feeling unappreciated, or even unfulfilled, all because we've given too much of ourselves away. Now, let's bring in the Stoics. Stoicism, a school of philosophy born in the bustling markets of ancient Greece and Rome, offers a unique perspective on this matter. The Stoics believed in living in harmony with nature, and according to them, the nature of humanity is reason. They would suggest that excessive niceness devoid of reason might lead us astray from our true nature. While being nice is generally a virtue, Stoicism suggests that overdoing it might not be in our best interest. Scene script. Let's dive into how Stoicism views the cost of being too nice compared to other philosophies. Stoicism, a school of philosophy born in the Stoa of ancient Greece, places virtue and self-control at its heart. It encourages us to strive for inner peace by accepting the world as it is and not being swayed by external circumstances or emotions. This is quite a contrast to the modern perception of being nice at all costs, which often involves bending to external pressures and compromising one's own values. Now let's compare this with other philosophies. Take Buddhism, for example, which encourages compassion and kindness above all else. This can often be interpreted as being overly nice, as it encourages selflessness and putting others before oneself. However, it's important to remember that Buddhism also teaches the middle way, avoiding extremes and seeking balance. Then we have utilitarianism, a philosophy that values actions based on their consequences. It states that the right action is the one that maximizes overall happiness or pleasure. This could be interpreted as promoting excessive niceness if it leads to the greatest happiness for the greatest number of people. However, it doesn't consider the potential personal cost of being overly nice, such as compromising one's own happiness or well-being. And let's not forget about existentialism, a philosophy that emphasizes individuality, freedom, and personal responsibility. It suggests that we create our own values and determine a meaning to our life. In this context, being overly nice could be seen as a betrayal of one's individuality, as it often involves conforming to societal expectations rather than asserting one's own values and beliefs. So, where does Stoicism fit into all this? Well, Stoicism teaches us to be virtuous and exercise self-control. It doesn't necessarily discourage kindness, but it warns against being overly nice at the cost of our own virtue. Stoicism challenges us to maintain our integrity and inner peace, even when it's easier to just go along with the crowd. As we can see, Stoicism offers a different perspective on the cost of excessive kindness, focusing more on virtue and self-control. So, what does Stoicism have to say about being too nice? Quite a bit, as it turns out. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy hailing from Greece, places a great deal of emphasis on the virtues of self-control, emotional resilience, and of course, virtue itself. Being overly agreeable or too nice can often compromise these traits. Stoics believe that excessive niceness can lead to a loss of self-control, as we become more focused on pleasing others than maintaining our own integrity. Furthermore, it can erode emotional resilience as we tie our happiness to the approval of others rather than finding it within ourselves. Stoicism also highlights the importance of virtue, which is not about being nice per se, but about being good, a subtle but significant difference. One can be nice without being virtuous, but one cannot be virtuous without being good. In conclusion, Stoicism warns us of the potential pitfalls of being too nice, advocating instead for a balanced approach to kindness rooted in virtue and self-control.